someone who I think is going to be rising up pretty quickly in the rap game. Noname, man, dropping her second album, Room 25, this past weekend. Kind of a surprise drop too, right?
Yeah, she only gave us like a month's notice, but no singles really. She's been relatively quiet this leading up to it. So yeah, pretty surprising.
And Noname actually turns 27, probably the day that this will be dropping, the 18th of September. So she's fairly young, and I mean, she kind of came up in the Chicago scene, friends with Chance, friends with Saba, and Saba's on this album, which I think is a pretty good feature. We reviewed Telephone, I believe, back in 2016, or at least you did.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned it. One of the songs on their Diddy Bop was in my top 10 songs of 2016. Was a big fan of Telephone for sure. I actually thought that Telephone was, such a standout mixtape that she deserved to be an XXL freshman at the time. Obviously, she didn't have nearly a big enough profile to accomplish that, but it was still a really impressive, debut project. And I think she follows it up really well on Room 25.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about what you liked about Room 25. What did you think worked?
Well, I just think she has, a really unique sound that is, fun to listen to. If you read about her, she says that she actually came to hip hop due to her interest in slam poetry. And I think that, description of her flow, of her cadences kind of makes sense, where it's almost like she's saying a lot, like she's speaking pretty fast, but it almost like doesn't come across like that. I don't know. It's like, I thought this weird metaphor. I was like, she's kind of like James Harden, the way she raps, where it's like, it's like you stop, speed up and really fast and slow down really fast. And this, I don't know, it's just something that came to me. But I thought, she followed that up with some really cool songs. And again, she, I think, really diversifies her style throughout the project. And it's only 30-something minutes, so pretty quick listen, like Telephone. But I think it's a natural, next step from that. So I was very pleased with the project.
Yeah, I love the whole just overall sound of this. It kind of fluctuates between jazz rap and with some funk beats at times, some orchestral fills and swells, especially near the beginning of some of the songs. I also think she does a really good job as like a host of her album. In a way, she really lets the people that she features kind of flex at points and just moves off to the side, then kind of seamlessly comes back in to take over a song. Just overall, a lot of command and a very sharp album that I think is really intriguing, even though it kind of has a mellow tone to it that I think at points it can get a little too mellow. Well, what were some standout songs for you?
Yeah, I thought the second song, Blaxploitation, was really awesome.
Yep.
And then she just starts off like saying how like you doubted that she could rap because she was a girl, stuff like that. And then there's a lot of like serious themes on this. I forget. There's a song on Telephone, something casket, about just like being tired of going to funerals and whatnot due to like gun violence and things. And she there's some police lyrics on here, and I think you can kind of find a song you like, whether it's something fun or playful, like the first few songs, or something a little more deeper. Or even she gets pretty personal about her own journey, or moving from Chicago to Los Angeles. So, I think, like you said, I think at the worst points for her in general, it can be a little too mellow, a little too like wishy-washy. It just doesn't really, I guess, get anything done for you as a song. But I think when she does succeed, which is most of the time, it's just really engaging. And again, it's a unique sound, so that it's pretty refreshing.
I really like Ace, with Smino and Saba, the way that they just kind of trade verses and the way that they each like switch up their flows over the same beat, I think is really well done. She seems to bring like just a presence to this album that seems way beyond her years, and she has like almost a swagger, even though she kind of raps very quietly most of the time. Yep. It's almost like this silent confidence, and I'm really excited to see where she can go. As she gives me a lot of like Lauryn Hill vibes.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I think she could really make a name for herself moving forward, even if she doesn't really want to have a name. So, little no name joke for you there. Let's it sounds like this is an album we're probably going to be talking about potentially near the end of the year, maybe on some best of lists, or at least maybe one of the songs off here. If you want to stay up to date with all the songs we're talking about and all the albums we like this year, go to Spotify, Nowstalgia Best of 2018. We're updating it, and we'll have songs from Waxahachie and Noname on there.